I'm Hammond, the Director of Cafe Culture Insitu. Cafe Culture started in 1998 in a small space in Canterbury with 5 products. We moved into Surrey Hills about 8 years ago. We now have a very wide range of European and locally designed and manufactured products. 2 years ago, we purchased the Insitu business, which was predominantly Melbourne focused, which then became the Cafe Culture Insitu business. We worked together with my brother Todd and the building owner Brian to come up with this amazing building that we're in today.
The design of the showroom is based off the heritage and history of the building. It was decided that we'd continue with that heritage in the aesthetic but also a modern interpretation of that.
He already understands what we do, I understand what he does, and I really wanted to see what he would come up with. And it was pretty much the first draft of what he wanted or what he envisaged, and I just went, that's exactly what I want as well.
Being an old heritage warehouse, there's lots of exposed structure up at the ceiling level, so it's hard to actually connect with anything up there, so it's important that we float below it, and it almost feels like an insertion of all this joinery panelling within these white panels within the space. There's the front of the space, which has a lot of wire mesh and so on, which has a real industrial aesthetic to it. There's some period panelling which actually also taps into the heritage of the building. And then there's also the modern details that actually align with the product and the design that's being offered within the space. It calls on all different components of design. Lighting has been introduced not only functionally as lighting some of the settings, but there's also components and areas of the space that actually feature lighting as well.
I love working in the space, I love seeing people's faces when they come into the space, using it for presentations or even just sitting down and having a chat with a client about what they want to do.
The space is very warm and inviting for any of the guests that they get coming in, and I think, look, that's really down to a lot of not only just the product that's within it, but also the space, the warmth of the old brickwork, the warmth of the natural timber that's now showcased, and the new concrete floor as well.
I suppose coming from Surrey Hills, where we knew all our neighbours, everybody knew each other, we wanted to really capture that vibe again in Redfern, in a space where we didn't know, but we wanted to make sure that we were really projecting that with everything that we did.
It was really important to tap into the local community with the new use of the building, so it was important that it's inviting for the community, so there was an espresso bar put in the front. It's nestled in amongst a very domestic residential street.
It's just got such a lovely feel to it, and it's such a nice community feel with the people that are working upstairs as well as the espresso bar owners. It's a pleasure to be here.
We started the fit out construction in July 2015. Cafe Culture Insitu moved in in January 2016, and the fit out completed probably about February, March this year, 2016. So now that they've settled in, it's time to really celebrate that process that we've been through.